What's up, everybody, and welcome to Real Time for the real everyday movie fan. I'm Ryan Murphy.
I'm Josh Williams.
And welcome to a special edition of Real Time where we are giving a 20th anniversary review of Brink.
Now, for people who don't know it, it is a Disney Channel original movie.
Brink is one of the very first Disney Channel original movies back from 1998, obviously. 20th anniversary.
I was 9. You're probably 10.
I was 10, yeah.
10, yeah.
So when this movie came out, and like the kids on my block, we just loved it, obviously. We watched it 100 times. We taped it. Obviously, they had these things called tapes, and you could shove it in. And then when the movie played, you like recorded it. You didn't just watch it on YouTube. But
maybe for those of you who don't know what a VHS is,
VHS
or a VCR, we'll put a picture.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
So yeah, no, me and my friends on the block loved it. We became obsessed with rollerblading after that. And
Me
I'm
too.
Sure probably
I was
a lot of
kids, at least for kids in our generation who loved because we all watched Disney Channel.
Disney Channel original movies.
Yeah,
DCOM, I guess is. I just found that out on the internet. People abbreviate it, DCOM. But like, yeah, they were crazy. And here's the thing: is that I guess Disney had this thing called Disney Channel Premiere Movies for a while, but then they started ordering them in a separate list when they started calling them Disney Channel Original Movies, and Brink was the third. There was You Lucky Dog, which I've seen, you never saw, and Under Wraps, which you both remember.
I've seen that one, yeah.
For both of us, like really the one that's kicked it all off, that started like a love affair with Disney Channel Original Movies, and probably for a lot of people out there, was Brink.
And for some of you who don't know exactly, like, okay, well, what other Disney Channel Original movies have you seen? Halloween Town,
which will be next,
Johnny Tsunami, Motocross,
Xenon Girl of the 21st
Girl
Century,
21st Century,
Xenon 2 the sequel.
We can keep going on and on. There's so many
and
other
of course,
great
like
movies.
then
Double Team.
Then like several years after we stopped watching Disney Channel, a big one became High School Musical.
Yeah.
That was long after our time, but but all these are going to be turning 20 now in the ensuing months, because after a while they got so popular they started making one a month. So we'll be back probably in October with our review of Halloween Town, which I'm excited for. All these are going to be turning 20. It's our childhood sort of coming back into focus, and it's really cool. But so we watched this movie the other night. We rewatched it for the first time in a long time. Let's go ahead and tell us what you thought.
I think the last time I watched this movie was probably a good solid 15 years ago, probably. But rewatching it today, I will say I still had such a nostalgic feel to it. I still quite enjoyed it. Now, I will say now as an adult and seeing so many films that we've had and kind of really involving myself in film and everything, I've noticed there are some stuff there that's really cheesy. But
I don't think you have to involve yourself in film studies to realize some of the stuff in this movie is cheesy.
Yeah, but as a kid, you don't really notice it. You know, as a kid, you're like, oh, it's so cool, it's awesome. And while there is still plenty of moments like that where I got that's still really cool, there are a lot of good cheesy moments. But I still really enjoyed this. And if I had to give it a score, even if someone has a nostalgic feel or just basing it as today, I'll still probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. I still for a TV movie.
Yeah.
You gotta say you gotta judge it from a TV movie, because you can't say, oh, you gave it that, but you gave something else.
TV movies are pretty.
Yeah.
For a Disney Channel, for something that's actually made for kids, but. Also, I mean, this on IMDb, I'm looking it up here, has a 7.2 rating, and 87% of Google users liked it. So this, I mean, obviously these are probably all people who watched it when they were kids.
Yeah.
We watched it on some sort of Disney service channel, and it had all these commercials for like kids stuff, and I was like, they should be having commercials for like Game of Thrones and stuff, because the only people watching Brink at this point are, exactly. But yeah, and I would agree with you. It's really hard to give it a score. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's hard to give it a score.
It's like I'd say 7.5, but yeah, because it's like some of the decisions you're like, that's so hokey, but then the filmmakers are just thinking, whatever, it's kid shit, it's like, and you're right, it's just some of the, even when I was a kid, I will say that the character motivations really never made sense to me back then. It was like, we're soul skaters, we skate for the love of it, and skating for money is bad. And even as a kid, I was like, that's like something like sounds really nice to hippies, but practically speaking, are you telling us we should never pursue anything professionally that we like? Or like, that's like, even as a kid, I kind of felt like that's bullcrap, but I'm gonna like this movie anyway.
Right.
And of course, but yeah, and then the things characters say to each other and character motivations. I mean, this kid, the plot. And here's the thing. Here's a really interesting thing I found out about 5 minutes ago, was that this is based on a book from the 19th century, the 1800s, called The Hans Brinker or the Silver Skates: A Story of Life in Holland, about a ice skating race. And apparently the story is similar. This story was popular and is also responsible for the image or the idea of the little boy with his finger in the dike. That's like from the painting. It's like a paint thing, like some
Show
jars
the painting
of paint.
Here.
Sure,
but
I mean, people know you're just out of the loop. But that was like mind blowing. But I lost my train of thought there. Yes,
here,
Brink.
I'll go.
Brink is. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you
get your thoughts. I'll keep going here.
Okay.
What I think I love the most is that it's still, even though it's got some cheesiness to it, it's still. Like, it made me like, oh, maybe I should buy some rollerblades again, because I haven't rollerbladed in years. But it kind of gave you that feeling of, like, these kids really did portray the passion of loving to skate. They did it really well. And even, like, while some of the actors are, it's a TV movie, so it's not the best, but there are some that actually do give some good performances, some good speeches. Like, there's a speech between the father and the son, Brink, the main actor, and his father, that I still think today holds up as a great speech from a father to a son, and something children can learn from if they rewatch it. Almost in a sense, I really like that. And even in just like besides, you can obviously tell the stunt doubles are in there when they're doing all these cool tricks. It's still fun to see that kind of stuff, and they actually did. I feel like they did cut all those scenes really well. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I really enjoyed, and I still just enjoyed watching them have fun rollerblading.
Yeah, for me, like I was saying, the story comes off even more hokey nowadays. It's sort of like, okay, would he really be doing this? Like we talked about I think ultimately he talks about, we need the money, so he has to take this job, and he defies his parents, and he's like, it's like $500 he's gonna be getting, because they're like, well, we need 2 weeks work, and it's like, I did the math. It's like, you're gonna make it $500. No family needs $500 that bad.
Well, I don't know how much was $500 in the 90s.
It's about $500.
Really? But, like today, I don't know.
I mean, anyway. But it's still just. Again, it's just very hard to review it because you're viewing it through nostalgic lenses no matter what. Mm-hmm. It is a kid's movie, so you kind of do brush the stuff aside and allow yourself to enjoy certain aspects of it. At the end of the day, I love the soundtrack. I love the 90s punk skater rock kind of stuff. That reminds me of like playing Tony Hawk on Nintendo 64.
Oh, on PS2. I played on PS2.
Oh,
that was awesome.
But yeah, so I mean, this is just such a drive down memory lane. And honestly, I'm really I had a good time rewatching it.
I did.
We made fun of the cheesy parts. Some of the cheesy parts are funny. The villain is just so demonic.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to watching the next, to continuing in this path. Yeah.
That was actually, he's probably one of the highlights because he did such a good job playing a bad person. Because if people don't know who he is, his name is
Sam Horrigan.
But he was also in Little Giants.
Little Giants, which I've never seen.
He is the antagonist kid in Little Giants, and he still does a good job in that one too.
Sam, if you're watching this, like if you just Google Brink,
good job.
Like, that may be a little weird, but I mean,
either way,
either
way, even though it's a 7.5, I'd probably even go up to an 8. I had nostalgic glasses because this is what really stood out to me in my childhood as like one of the best Disney Channel original movies, besides a few of those that we'll get down the road.
Show it to your kids because they will start falling in love with skating.
For all of you who like our age who have kids, show it to your kids. It's actually a good movie. It's like something you can watch, have fun with, like a family film to watch. Yeah. If you don't know, they're not sponsored by us or anything like that, but it's on Disney Now. It's one of the apps that you can find on your Roku, on your phone, whatever. As long as you have a cable service provider of any kind, you can get access to it for free, and they have it on there. So check it out there. And there's also a lot of good Disney Channel originals, like Halloween Town, that'll be on there that we're gonna watch. But there's so many more of them that I feel like you can get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. Before we go, I do want to make a couple notes on the cast real quick. Obviously, the lead role, Eric Von Detten, is going to be a very familiar face to a lot of people because he and Patrick Levis, who played his friend, were both on So Weird on Disney Channel, which was a show that...
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever watch So Weird?
I watched a few episodes.
You watched a few episodes? Oh, man, I was a So Weird fan, totally. Eric Von Detten was in that. He was also in The Princess Diaries as actually like a bad guy. Oh. And also, if you didn't know, he was the voice of Sid in the original Toy Story. All of those,
really,
all of those being Disney productions. So he was very much a Disney golden child. He's gonna go watch Toy Story now. I
have to listen to it now.
Also, obviously, a lot of people are gonna recognize Walter Jones, the Black Ranger, as Brink. Between Power Rangers, this, and Space Cases on Nickelodeon, he was basically my childhood.
But I find it funny he had very little dialogue.
Yeah, there was
like little to nothing.
He was kind of a pointless character. He had a lot less of a point than I remember as a kid. But those are some of the notes on some of the cast. So.
Yeah, but go check it out on Disney Now if you have it available with a cable service provider. Watch it with your family. Even then, if you're our age, just watch it for the nostalgia reasons. It's actually a good time. I still like to watch it and really, think back in your childhood. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, folks, that is for today. Thank you very much for watching. What did you think of Brink? If you've seen it, or if you just now watched it after we review this, leave your comment section below. Let us know whether you liked it. Give us your score, even though it is a Disney Channel TV, film. I'd like to hear your thoughts and see what you think. Also, if you like what you watched, hit that like button as always and subscribe to our channel so you can receive more of our various content in the future. Also, if you like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Stardust. The links are in the description below. And that's all we have for today. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And thank you for keeping it real.
With ReelTime.